ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम महत्प्रधान पुरुषकाल्पनिक सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपिणे नमो नारायणे हरि। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेदसाय भूताय नाथाय सीताय पते नमो। कल्याणत्रिगात्राय कांतार्थप्रदायने श्रीमद्वेंकटनाथाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः। यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्ण तत्र पात्र धनुर्धरः तत्र वीर श्री संत शांति। उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सत्त्वमुखं सिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। हिरण्यगर्भप्रधानपुरुषकाल्पनिक प्राणप्रज्ञा ज्ञानानन्दस्वरूपिणे नमो नारायणे हरिः हरिः ओम्। ओम तद्विष्णो परमपदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यः दिवि चक्षुरा ततम्। ओम श्री गुरु राघवेन्द्राय नमः। पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मताय च बतां तत्पुरुषाय नतां कामधेनवे सुधीन्द्राजभूतानां राघवेन्द्र कलाने नमो अत्यंत दयाळवे मुखोपिप्रसादेनं कुन्दशनयते राजराजरिक्तो राघवेन्द्रं तमाश्रे ध्रुवादिद्वान्तरवये वैष्णवेन्द्रवरेन्द्रवे श्री राघवेन्द्र गुरुवे नमो अत्यंत दयाळवे आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामाख्यं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः। श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्रे कुर्यात् ध्रुवं मङ्गलम्। ओम गणानां त्वां गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमश्रस्त्वम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणा ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन् भूतिविधिसाधनं देवीं वाचमनयन्त देवस्तां रूपा प्रचलन्ति सारो मन्दिरेषु मूर्जं दुहाना रेणुर्वागुस्मान् सृष्टितो। ओम स्वादिष्ट्या मदिष्ट्या पवस्व सोमधारया इंद्राय पात्वे सुधा रक्षः विश्वचक्षुः अभियोनिमेव होतं तृणासुसमादिदुर्द्वोतात्मा वमनिष्ठो त्रहन्तमः। पर्षिराधो मगोनाम् ओम भुः ओम भुवं स्वः ओम महः ओम जनः तपं सत्यं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। हरिः ओम। ओम श्रांगधन्वे नमः। Om salutations to Supreme Brahman, Supreme Self Paramatman, Sri Hari Narayana, the all-pervading Supreme Spirit Sri Hari Narayana, Paramatman, Parabrahman, who is the source, who is the supporter, and who is the Parandama of all that exists. Salutations to him, pranams, Om, Sashtangam, Namaskarams to him, from whom all the organs of experience have emanated. He is the creator of all the body organs. He is the creator of the eyes, ears, nose, taste, tongue and touch and the mind. He is the one who has created all this. He has created the world consisting of these five qualities of color, taste, smell, touch and smell and sound, and these five qualities that he has created, he has entered into all the beings as the embodied soul, and he experiences through the five organs of experience, sensory organs, all the qualities of all the things he has created. This is the wonderful creation that cannot be beyond the imagination of any human being. We see through the eyes. What he has created, we see through the eyes, and the eye is the instrument for seeing. The seer is the self. The seer is verily the embodied soul. So this is the Atma Jnana. To realize what is soul, where is soul, we have to understand this shloka, this nama, Shrangadanvine Namaha. The seer is the self. This is the same in all. The same, this Atma Ekaha, is the same in all, residing on all the human beings. Because we all see the same thing. The interpretation may be different depending on the individual persons, individual minds. And we hear through the ears the sound that emanates from the things he has created. We experience the sound quality through our ears, and the ear is only an instrument for hearing. The hearer is the self. So the Atma is the seer, Atma is the hearer. Now this is the same in all. This Atma, the hearer, is same in all. So we ask others, have you heard it? Have you heard this? Did you hear the sound? Because the hearer is the same. And similarly, the nose smells the odor, the smell emanating from the objects he has created. So this smell is the same, the smeller is the self-Atma. And the tongue, the taste, the rasa, the taste of all the objects, all the fruits, flowers, all the foods the Supreme Lord has created, we experience its quality, which is the energy, which is giving energy, strength. All the foods he has created, we enjoy it through our tongue. And the taster is the Atma, taster is the same in all. So we ask the other people, how do you taste it, how it is? So this tongue is for tasting, nose is for smelling, and skin, the smallest sensation on our skin we experience. Even the smallest ant moving on our skin, immediately we experience something is moving on our body and we ward it off. So this experience of the touch of the finest quality, most subtle, is the Atma. The skin conveys all the messages of its sensations to the brain. So also the eyes sends their messages. The forms that he has seen is sent to the message, this brain center. And the nose, the smell, it smells, it's sent to the brain center, to the mind. The mind interprets it, and this is experienced by the consciousness, which is the nature of Atma. So the smeller, taster and experiencer is the self who is the same in all. This experiencer is also the consciousness. And this Lord of consciousness, the God of consciousness, is Sri Vishnu. But for this consciousness which is in our body, which is supporting and which is the cause of all our experiences, we would not feel or experience anything. We would be in a coma. We would be unconscious. It is the energy supporting this consciousness. It is the Supreme Lord supporting the energy and also the consciousness. He is the same in all. So the Upanishad says, I am in the consciousness, but the consciousness does not know it. I am in the prana does not know it. Because even the prana and the prajna and the jnana and the joy are all emanating, are all the qualities of this Atma, the Supreme Brahman. So this is the nature of the self. The other nature of the self is intelligence, the power of knowing and the ananda, bliss. All bodies and organs are the means to experience the qualities of nature that the Supreme Lord Himself has created. So He has made this world wonderful. He has created the objects of experience, the bodies, beings and objects to experience He has created. He has created all the beings made out of the great elements, and He has entered into them and He experiences, giving them individual entity. This individual identity with the body and the soul is the Ahankar. Once we realize it is only pertaining to the limited and the object, we realize the supreme creative intelligence of the Supreme Lord. So, it is only the Supreme Self, the Supreme Brahman, the all-pervading Supreme Spirit, Sri Narayana, who is the free from all qualities, sattva, rajas and tamas. This consciousness is free from all qualities of nature. So the consciousness is free from all qualities. The energy is free from all qualities, and it is the support and background of all qualities as well as the experience. The self takes the help of any number of bodies to experience the qualities of nature. One body is not sufficient to experience all the qualities of nature. Our just one body is not sufficient to experience. We cannot see in darkness. We cannot stand certain limits of sound, beyond limits of some sound. We cannot experience experience the extremities of taste, touch and smell. So they all end up in pain. As long as it is within our tolerable limits, it becomes a joy, it becomes pleasure. Once it takes severe turn, there becomes the pain. So the self takes the help of any number of bodies to experience the qualities of nature. So if we develop desire for something which we cannot get it now, which we cannot experience now, then the soul travels further. It takes suitable body to experience the qualities of the desired object. And it wants to excel in every field because that is the only thing that exists. So all the name, fame, all the power and glory, they all belong to self, Atma. It creates various organs and bodies to enjoy the qualities of objects in nature. If that wants to see in any day brightness, it becomes the human being. If that wants to see in the dark, it becomes the cat and the bat. If it wants to see in water, it becomes the fish and the shark. If it wants to see through the air, it wants to fly through, it becomes the eagle. It takes any body and organ to experience the qualities of nature, which are as diverse as can be imagined. So stronger than Namah, Supreme Lord creates any number of bodies, having any number of sensory organs, to experience the innumerable qualities of the objects, bodies and beings that He Himself has created, and makes it a living and dynamic experience. Om Gadadharaya Namaha. Om salutations to the Supreme Lord who wears the mace. So Shankaprute Namaha, that means He is the Supreme Lord, Sri Narayana, Sri Vishnu, having 4 arms. In one arm he is having the Shankha. In the another arm he is indicating the Nada Brahma, the sound waves, the sound of creation, Omkar, Inkar, Shrinkar. In the another hand he is having Chakra, the wheel of time, he controls the time. And in the another hand he is having the mace, the Gada, which is the symbol of maintaining law and order, maintaining truth and justice in this world that He has created. The mace is the symbol, to create fear in the heart of the evil and wicked persons who want to live against the truth and order, against the rhythm and satyam. So the higher nature of the Supreme Self is Supreme Intelligence. With this intelligence pervading whole nature, it creates all plants, animals, human beings and what all exists in nature. He is the one who is supporting all this, which maintain truth and order in this world. The embodied soul, accompanied by this intelligence, uses this as a tool for experiencing the qualities of objects in nature. But for this truth and order, but for this rhythm and satyam, the world would go topsy-turvy and ends up in misery and destruction. Our own bodies would become ugly, our sense organs would fail, and our mind would become incapable of interpreting of functioning. These qualities become the bait and the hook as well as the reward. So the Supreme Lord has created this world having these 5 objects, 5 qualities, and also 5 sensations, and also 3 qualities of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. They become the means of liberation as well as they become the bait to hook the embodied soul to fall in love with this world and undergo repeated births and deaths. The whole world is the game of hide and seek, the play of Maya, the illusion. So, Om Gadadharaya Namaha. Om Rathanga Paniye Namaha. Om salutations to the Supreme Lord who holds the wheel in His hands. The Supreme Self is the controller of the wheel of this universe. Indriyebhyah parahi artha, artyebhyascha param manah, manasastu para buddher atma mahan paraha, mahata para avyaktam, avyaktat purushah paraha, purushanna param kinchitasa kashta sa paragatihi. This is the beautiful Katha Upanishad shloka, first chapter, third section, 10th and 11th shlokas. The Supreme Lord has created one over the other. It is the means of ascendance of the Atma from the lowest level to the highest level. At the lowest level we have got the bacteria and the insects. From the bacteria and the insects we have got the animals, the birds, the aquatics, the birds and the animals having the four legs. And from the animals we have got the improved creation of the human beings, and from the human beings they rise to the divine level. So one is the every step we have to rise higher and higher. So the means for rising higher and higher level is the knowledge, the sadhana. We have to realize that we are not the body, we are not the mind, we should not be attached to the sensory organs and the sense objects. We have to realize that we are pure consciousness and bliss. Indriyebhyah parahi, more than higher than the sense organs or the sense objects, because the sense objects attract the sense organs. And higher than the sense organs, higher is the mind. It is the mind that controls all the body organs. It can order the sensory organs to stay put in their places. It can order the eyes not to see, order the ears not to hear. So, mind being the chief of the body organs, Indriyanam Manaschasmi. Mind can control the body organs, sensory organs. So, mind is higher, it is superior to the sensory organs. And higher than the sensory organs is the intelligence, is the right knowledge, it is the buddhi. So the mind doesn't have its intellect of its own. It uses the intellect, the tool. Intellect is like a sharp knife which can be used for right or wrong purposes. A criminal can be extremely intelligent and so also a benevolent person. A surgeon uses the sharp knife for alleviating the suffering of a patient, and the criminal uses the same knife to kill and rob the others. So, intelligence is a tool which is in the hands of the mind, and so it has to be guided by the right knowledge. Knowledge is very important. Knowledge is light, jnana. So, buddhi, the mind guided by the buddhi, intelligence is higher. The intelligence, the right knowledge is higher than the mind, and higher than the knowledge is the Atma, because it is the Atma is the Parandhama, it is the ultimate source of all truth and all action, truth and all creation based on truth, Ritam and Satyam. So, higher than the knowledge is the Atma, And higher than this Atma is Avyaktam, the Parabrahma, from whom has emanated all the embodied souls, all the embodied beings. And Avyakta, higher than the Avyakta, the unmanifest, is the Purusha himself, the supreme energy, who is the confluence of vital force, prana, consciousness, prajna, vital energy, prana, consciousness, prajna, intelligence, supreme intelligence, creative intelligence, jnana, and supreme bliss, anandam. From even the time and space are within this Purusha, and is expounded beautifully in all the four Vedas in the Purusha Sukta. Purushasya param kinchitasa, there is nothing higher than the Purusha. Purusha is supreme. So all find their Parandama, the ultimate abode, ultimate destination in the supreme Purusha, Sri Hari Narayana. Om Akshobhyaya Namaha. Kshobe. Kshobe is the worry, the tension, is the pain, it is the suffering that the embodied souls experience. We are always worried, we are always tension, we are always anxiety, because we have taken the form of the limited body, a body having a beginning and an end, and also we are attached to things which are continuously changing. This is our own making. So we want to hold on to the things which they themselves have no subsistence. So we are afraid we will lose something which is bound to go away. We are afraid that we may die, and the body is definite to die any time. Only thing is when nobody knows. We want to make this body last as long as possible. We want to hold on to our name, form, wealth, power, which are only related to this body, which itself is impermanent and which itself is changing. So we are always worried, we are always tension, we are always in pain, because all these are the nature of the body, mind itself. The body continuously undergoing changes, and this change itself brings out its own reactions of pain, and abandoning of one stage to attain the other itself causes pain. From birth to childhood, from childhood to youth, adolescence, from adolescence to youth, youth to middle age to old age, and old age, suffering, it is inevitable. So it is only the total surrender and devotion to the Supreme Lord, total non-attachment to the body and the things of this world, is the only means of reducing our kshobe, pains. We are also attached to, we are also filled with ahankara, arishad vargas, lust, greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, and ignorance. These are all the qualities of the body and the mind and of these objects, the dead objects, the gross objects. All these qualities are qualities of the gross objects being energized by the Supreme Lord, energized by the soul, and we come to identify with these arishad vargas, which are the causes and cause of maximum pain to us. There is no power exceeding the Supreme Lord. He only can give us, grant us all the relief from all these pains and sufferings, and only His blessings will make us pass through without much misery. All the disturbance, all the worry, tension in our mind, our anxiousness and our intolerance, our lust, greed, anger, our ego, our greed, our jealousy, all these are caused only by our ignorance. So it is only the Supreme Lord who can fill us with right knowledge, destroying all these impurities, and who makes us realize, understand our true nature of Satchidananda Swarupa, of truth, consciousness, bliss. He is the only one who can realize, make us realize the transient nature of this world. He is the only one who can destroy our attachment and obsession. Moha, that means the obsession, the blind identification. We know we have not brought anything. We are not going to carry anything when we die. Even then we want to go on amassing the wealth by hook or crook and deprive the rightfully gaining people. And even this simple understanding, which everybody knows, doesn't prevent them to live in wicked ways. So it is only the Supreme Lord who can punish those who do not easily understand and bring them to justice. And all this makes up the different dance of this world, which we consider as real. So that is the Paramatman, the Supreme Self, the all-pervading Supreme Spirit, Sri Narayana, as the micro, and also that is the individual soul, the self in the individual bodies, in the micro form, but being identified with the limited and finite body and mind, undergoing suffering. So is only the Creator in the macro form, who is not attached, who can relieve this embodied soul, which is his own form in the micro form, who can release all the suffering. So Akshobhyaya Namaha, salutations to him who is never overtaken by anything and who helps his devotees to overcome all the kshobhas, all the tension, worry, miseries of this life. Om Sarvapraharanaayudhaaya. Om, salutations to the Supreme Lord who is possessed of all powers, all the arms, all the power, glory, name, fame, everything belongs to Supreme Lord Sri Narayana. This is the 1000th namah of the all-pervading Supreme Spirit Sri Narayana, Sri Vishnu, the Paramatman, the Parabrahman, and salutations to you from all directions. Salutations, the pranams, namaskaram from all you, from front, from behind, from side, from top, from bottom, from all directions. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om, salutations to the Supreme Lord, the wielder of all arms. So, Paro Matraya Tanva Udana. Paro Matraya Tanva Udana. Nate Mahitvam Anvashnuanti. Ubete Vidma Rajasi Prithivya Vishnu Devatvam Paramasya Vishve. Vitse is the most beautiful mantra of the Rigveda, 7th Mandala, 99th Sukta, 1st mantra. See, Maitra Varani Vasishta Vishes praise to Supreme Lord in the form of Vishnu. So, O Supreme Lord of Vishnu, you are different from all that is subject, all that changes and all that is subjected to change. Paro Matra Janma Udana. And you are the cause of all changes. You are the one who brings about the birth and life and change, death. You are the one who causes all the changes. Your own form, your own power and glory is ever increasing, and nobody can imagine that. No person, no divine power can ever imagine the extent of your power and glory, which is ever increasing. And we know only what lies between this earth and the sky. We do not know anything else. And your names and forms, your powers are all spread even beyond this earth and the sky, and spread in all directions, in the infinite to the infinite ends. There is no end, it is endless. But your most beautiful form, your most beautiful nature, your most beautiful power of prana, the life force, and the prajna, the consciousness, and the Satchidananda, the creative intelligence, jnana, and ananda is verily hidden in us. So we have become verily your own self in our own. You only have entered us and made us your very being in the micro form. And you have got two forms, two faces, one which you are supporting the universe, the other which is supporting me. But for you, I would not be here. And you are all pervading, you are everywhere. And your own brightness shines everywhere. Paromatraye tanva budananate mahitvam ashnuvanti ubete vidmarajasi prithivya vishnu devatvam paramasya vitse. So the Vasishtha Rishi prays to Supreme Lord in the form of Sri Vishnu. So one form is Brahma, another form is Vishnu, another form is Maheshwara. Vishnu is the form of supporter, the supporter of life, supporter of this world. Vishnu is the God of consciousness who makes this world a living reality, an existential reality which is being experienced by the sensory organs. O Supreme Lord, you are everywhere. All change because of you. And you are the one, you are the light which shines, who shines all. You are the one who is shining in the sun, who shines the evening, who shines in the fire, who burns in the fire. And you are the one who is created, and you are the one who destroys the darkness. And you are the one who has created accommodation, the residences for all. Even the birds and the animals find their nest. And the Supreme Lord is verily behind his brightness. We cannot see the Supreme Lord because he is covered by immense brightness, the tejas, supreme energy. He is created, he is surrounded by supreme energy, supreme consciousness, supreme brightness, the all which cannot be imagined. And he cannot be separated from his brightness, and he is ever engaged in all the creative things. And he is the one who is the Vashatkara, who makes everything holy and auspicious and possible. He is the one who brings down the rain to the earth to make life possible on earth. And is the Supreme Lord who lives, who is in the midst of the saints and the sages, who is in the midst of the selfless, egoless persons who are engaged in benevolent works. And he is the one who in the midst of those who are seeking supreme divine knowledge, and he is the one amidst of his devotees, and he is the one who gives all strength, joy and power to his devotees. Only by his grace we all attain our strength, power and glory and joy. Don't cover your real face from us. Don't show us this world of objects, bodies and beings. Don't tempt us to be diverted from your natural order, natural beauty and natural power. Please remove the darkness that is surrounding us and enlighten us, make us your enlightened devotees, and make us realize your other divine forms also. And salutations to you, innumerable, total surrender, devotion. With all love and devotion, we prostrate before you. Hari Om Tat Sat. This is Om Sarvapraharanaayudhaaya namah. Paro Mahadraya Chanva Budana. Nate Mahitvam Anvashnuanti Ubete Vidmarajase Prithivya. Vishnu Devatvam Paramasya Vitse. Supreme Lord, different from all that is subjected to change, and He brings out changes in all nature and other elements. The Supreme Self is not limited to any fixed number of arms. He is one and is all things which are used for contacting and striking, or His weapons. Anything He destroys, anything He comes in contact with, He purifies. His nature is purification. His arms can reach everywhere. Sarvapraharanaayudhaaya. Even the most wicked and evil, He blesses them by destroying their evil and wicked ways. He is the supreme purifier. He is the Satya Sankalpa, whose true desires always come true. And He is the Lord of all. Bharupa Satya Sankalpa. The Supreme Lord is verily Bharupa Satya Sankalpa. When we are established in light without any doubt, without any anxiety, without any fear, when we are not attached to anything limited and finite, either this body or the mind or the world, we attain purity of our nature of soul. Dhanyam tadeva lagnam tanna kshatram tadeva punyamaha karanasya cha saha siddhi yatra harihi pranam annaskriyate. Prana namaskriyate. Whatever lagna there is in which Hari is first saluted, and that indeed is blessed. That nakshatra is blessed and that day is holy. That gives also fulfillment to his senses. This is the most beautiful mantra the Purandaradasa has praised, that any time that I think of you, pray to you and utter your name, that is the most auspicious moment. Any time I pray to you, I worship you, I think of you, that is the most auspicious time, that is the most auspicious second, that is the most auspicious minute, that is the most auspicious hour, that is the most auspicious lagna, and that is the most holy and auspicious element and part of life. Sri Purandaradasa, the supreme devotee of the all-pervading Supreme Spirit in Narayana, sings, this week is the holy week, this is the good and auspicious week, this day is the good day, this time is the good time, this moment is the good moment. When we remember Sri Purandara Vittala, this moment is the most auspicious. If a man bows down his head in salutation to the Creator and Lord of all these three worlds, who is endowed with limitless powers, the sins committed by him in his innumerable past births and numberless kalpas are destroyed. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om Tat Sat.